Welcome to Kiki's Corner. Today we're working on a dish that I learned on my brief stay in Italy. When I was in Italy, I was dating this college professor and she was absolutely lovely. My only issue I had with this girl is that she was a vegetarian. I remember one day we were going to go out to dinner one day at this restaurant that I read about. I was so excited to go. So we get to the restaurant and fortunately I had to use the restroom. But in Italy, there's no restroom inside the restaurants. So I had to take a little walk. I came back about 15 or 20 minutes later and my girl had ordered this lovely spread. It looked great. But when I sat down, I looked over to my left, I noticed this couple that were having this ridiculous dinner. It was pork chops with a tomato sauce with some kale. Right now I'm gonna show you how to make that. So I actually pulled out the pork chops. We wanted to sit for a little bit to bring down that refrigerator chill. And now we're gonna season it. We're gonna put a little salt. And I'm gonna aggressively season this. Put a little pepper. And we're just gonna season on this side of here. And we're gonna do the rest of the seasoning in the pan. Put some oil in there, wiggle it around, wiggle it and jiggle it around. Some good heat right there. Now we're gonna, ooh, that's a good sizzle right there. And we don't want them to touch. We're gonna season a little bit on top. The pepper. And a little bit of salt. And we're going to cook that for about 3 minutes, trying to get this kind of brown golden crust on one side. And we're going to do 3 minutes on the other side too. And this is one of those dishes that it's so easy to make at home. Couple ingredients and that's it. Not quite ready yet. So that looks really good. Oh yeah. So that looks really, really good there. So we're gonna let this sit for another 2 to 3 minutes and just trying to get that golden brown. So now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna dump in a little bit of the kale. And basically what it is that kale nowadays you can actually cut the inside of it out, but all I did was boil it probably for about 25 minutes, nice little seasoning, salt and pepper in there, and we're just gonna put that in there. Smells so good right now. And now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the rest of the crushed diced tomatoes. We're going to put some fresh garlic. It's about 5 to 6 whole garlic, small, actually minced. We're going to put some dried oregano and some dry basil in there. Just going to wiggle that around just a little bit. And we're going to let this cook in the oven for about 25 to 35 minutes. So all the juices and everything can kind of come together. We're going to take a little bit of cream. And you want it to be warm. You want it to be warm. We're going to add actually a little bit of pesto. We're going to add some melted butter. Or melted-ish butter. And we're just gonna mash it up. And then that looks actually really, really good. And now we're gonna come back in about 20 minutes. Pork chops will be ready, and then we'll plate this. Now we're gonna check out the pork chops. Oh yeah, that looks great. Hot stuff. So now we're gonna plate them. So we're actually going to put the pork chop. And we're going to put a little bit of the kale and the tomato, the crushed tomatoes on top of it. Voila! That's the dish. Roxanne, it's too bad you weren't able to try this.